Okay. So in yesterday's session, we were talking about our enterprise configuration in the system team. So let me continue with our enterprise setup where we left yesterday. So where we have to go team setup and maintenance from the right side settings and action. Under workforce deployment, you can search with a task called manage enterprise HCM information. So let me go to the task team, manage enterprise HCM information. Then this is the one which we started yesterday team. Click on edit, correct. So till here we completed. Enterprise description we have seen. Workday information we have seen. Enterprise information we have seen. And this is not required, I told you. Then we are here team. User and role provisioning information. Here also these three sections we completed yesterday team. User account creation, role provisioning, user account maintenance. Okay. User account maintenance. These things we completed team. Here, user account creation for terminated workers. What do you mean by user account creation for terminated workers team? Huh? What do you mean by user account creation for terminated workers team? Huh? We have option yes or no. See, basically, this feature will be used in the initial time of implementation team, not every time. In the initial time of implementation means what team? See, for example, team, our client currently purchased Oracle Fusion HCM Cloud. Now we are implementing this team. Prior to this, our client might be using SAP, or they might be using PeopleSoft HRMS or some other HR applications they are using team. So from the existing HCM legacy system of the client, we will be migrating the employees into the Fusion system team, right? During that time, through HDLs or through spreadsheets, we will be migrating the data team. During that time, for all employees in the system, the application account access will be created team. But during that time, we will also get terminated workers data also into the system. For example, team, my client having 10,000 employees in their organization. Currently, they are using PeopleSoft HRMS team. Now they are moving to Oracle Fusion team. So all that 10,000 employees data, in the 10,000 employees, their live current working employees as well as their old data, their inactive employees data, terminated employees data also will be there. Resignated employees, terminated means team. So we will be migrating all the clients' existing employees data from their PeopleSoft to Fusion team. During that time, inactive, terminated, nothing but the resignated old employees data also will be coming into the Fusion system. Do you want for them also user account creation team? Usually we keep it as no team, because if you keep it as yes, all the clients' old employees also will get created with the user accounts in the system. That is really wrong, not correct team. So we can keep this functionality as a no. So this is the functionality used in the initial implementation time only, not every time team. User account creation for terminated workers. When you are migrating the data, terminated workers to be created with user accounts or not, that feature is controlled here team. Yes or no. Okay. Okay. And then team, we have keep external user roles on termination team. What is this team? See, usually team, whenever in the system, any employee submits the resignation team, automatically his account will get inactivated. That is a standard behavior. We are going to see that in the core HR module transactions team. Whenever any employee in the Fusion system submits the resignation, automatically his user account will become inactive and all the roles will be revoked by the system team. But if you keep Keep external user roles on termination as yes team. Even after the termination, the roles will hang to his user account team. That too, not the roles that we added directly from the system. Some clients will be using some third party waste team, let's say IDM or some other applications for raising the requests and all team. That external roles team will hang to the user account only, though he gets terminated and user account become inactive team. Do you want that? You can keep 99.9%. These things we will keep as no only. Take it as granted blindly. Okay. These are the things we will talk here in user and role provisioning information team. And then next we have team global payroll element information to archive, and then US balance definition. See team, we have in the payroll module. Okay. So as I told you for the previous batch team, we were talking the payroll only. Today only I'm explaining them the concept of elements in the system. In payroll team, we have an important concept or a main key concept called elements team. So these configurations are related to payroll elements team. So this in the core HR module, we no need to discuss. Keep them for future discussion team. When we come to payroll, then only I can make you understand team. Without element, I cannot explain you what is this archiving and balance definition team. What are the things that we kept for future discussion? Action reason, context value. These two things, then these people group, these things, and now these sections team. So these two sections team, once I complete the payroll module, once I discuss with you the elements, and also in payroll only after elements, we have balance definition. See them? We have a separate topic here team. Elements and balance definition. Once I complete them, you will understand these two sections at the enterprise is what team. So keep them for future discussion in payroll. Then team, position synchronization configuration. One of the most important configuration in the system. Every project implementation you go, clients maximum will ask for this requirement team. Not only that team, people, in the interviews when you are attending also, most of the times in the panel, you will be experienced with this question also team. 5-star marked interview question to note it down. Position synchronization team. What is this position synchronization team in the system? What do you mean by the English meaning of sync? SYNC. Sync means what team? From somewhere the data is copying down. For example, you purchase a new mobile today. What you will do once you purchase the mobile, you will log in with your email ID team, and then all your contacts, your Gmail, emails, everything will synchronize into your mobile. Correct? Source is your email ID. But when you put your email ID into the mobile, all the data is getting synchronized. Our contacts, our emails, our texts, our transactions, everything, right? Similarly, in Fusion system also, we have a concept called a positions team. One among our workforce structures, positions, nothing but the designations or the titles. Don't ask me now what is jobs and position difference team. When we come to that topic, I will explain you. I know few of you are very curious about all these things. As such, you are already working in this technology, I believe. So we will talk about them here, the fundamental difference between. But usually team positions are also the designations or the title concept only. We have a concept called positions in the system team. So while we configuring the positions in the system, these all are the attributes or the fields that we capture in the positions team. I'll show you, see, if I duplicate for configuring the positions team, we have a task in our core HR module here, see, manage positions team. So if I come to setup and maintenance team, and if I come to manage positions, Okay. If I go here, see team, while we configuring the positions in the system, let me come to create position team. So just some dummy position I'm giving by name, some designation as sales manager, something team. So system will ask me in which business unit you are creating it. One of the existing BU I will select. What are these? We will see later, team and all. Now see here, why I came to this screen is whenever in the system, we configuring the position team, system asking me in which department you are creating this position in this BU, then which job, in which location, who is the manager, assignment category, full-time, part-time, regular or temporary. While we configuring the positions in the system, all these data we will capture at the position level. See team, these all are manager, department, job, location, grade, probation, full-time, part-time, regular or temporary, assignment category. These all are the fields or the attributes that we capture while we configuring at the position team. See, while I'm configuring position, all these data I'm capturing at the position level, right team? Now the same information team, when in the system, HR hiring the employee. For example, we implemented core HR module, we hand over to the client team. Now client started using the system. Let's say the HR going to new person and hiring an employee team. Let's assume HR hiring an employee. As I told you yesterday, first two tabs are employee personal information team. Third tab, employment info tab, you come team. So let me give quickly some random information team. So the hire date, legal employer, then some details I'm giving team. Try or take some person name I'm giving. Okay, some details I'm giving. Some mandatory fields in this instance, whatever are available, I'm giving. What are all these things we will see in our upcoming classes team. Come to next button. Come to next button. Okay. Third tab team. Here you come to employment info. Here at the assignment level team, when HR come to the hiring screen employment info team, at the assignment level, we will capture the business unit details team here, in which BU we are hiring the employee. Next team, position system will ask. While HR hiring an employee in the Fusion system, in this legal employer, in this business unit, system will ask me in which position I'm hiring the employee, the designation team in this BU. Here you please observe team. Next system will ask me in which job, in which grade ladder, grade, department, location, assignment category, regular or temporary, full-time or part-time. See team, all these attributes team, already while we configuring the position, system asked us no. See, while we configuring the positions in the system, all these details system asked already, right? So again, while HR hiring the employee, at the employee assignment level, we have to capture all these details. So here, see team, the synchronization concept, how it will work. Okay. Okay. Let me click on the position team. Any existing positions I'm selecting. You please observe the job field, grade field, department. They all are empty now, right? Now see team. The moment I give the position, some existing positions in the system are there, I'm using team. So when I select that team, you please observe these fields team. Job, grade, department and all team. See, the moment I given the position, automatically job copied, grade copied, location, assignment category, regular, full-time, all these details were automatically populated. Why? That is what position synchronization. Because already in the system, whenever we configuring the position, all these details at the position level we mapped. Again, while HR hiring the employee at the assignment level, HR system asking us. So this will save a lot of time for the HR team rather than manually going and giving one by one field. Position synchronization, if we enable, okay, while HR hiring the employee, the moment he select the position, all the details will synchronize from the position team. This is what position synchronization concept. Do you want this to be workable like this? Then at the enterprise level, position synchronization enable that feature, and that too what attributes to be synchronized. You can select only department, job, location, grade. These attributes I don't want to copy Kumar. You select. You have the option to control the panel here. What attributes to be synchronizing? That also you can check box here, team. Right? If you want everything, then check box everything, team. Okay. Then manager concept in position, we have team. Use position manager, HCM. This I will tell you, team. While we come to positions, we have parent position and manager concept. How that will work, I will tell you later. But see, team, while you enabling the position synchronization, you have the option to select a team. What all attributes you want to synchronize. If you are switching off anything, these fields will not synchronize. Ultimately, team, these are the fields at the position creation time, and the same while we hiring the employees in the system in the front end at the assignment level, we have to capture. So this is the practical position synchronization concept, team. If this has to be workable means you have to enable here. We have another place also to enable at legal entity. When we come, I will tell you that, team. So this is about, team, position synchronization configuration. Then, team, we have position incumbent validation. What is this, team? Within positions, team, while we configuring the positions in the Fusion system, we have types within the position, team. Single incumbent, shared, pooled. So whatever the type, the position you create, team, as per that type in the front end, the validation will take place, team. So single incumbent means there is one specific criteria in the system, team. Only for one person, this position I can assign at any point of time. Then shared means I can give the position to be shared across multiple people. We have a concept, team. But when we come here, I will explain you what are these three and all. But here, team, if I don't select this one, position incumbent validation, apply incumbent validation, if I don't check box, while we configuring the positions, though we define them with respective types, these positions will not work accordingly, team. Whatever the type you select, team, the validation of that type will not work. Means in positions, if I create with single incumbent, team, the position behavior should be something. If I create with shared, the position behavior will be something. But if I disable this, team, whatever the type you create, the position will work same. No validations with respective to this type we have, team. So if you want your positions to be working with that respective type validation, team, apply incumbent validation, you check box. Then only your positions will work correctly as per the position type you are creating that position, team. Then, team, employment configuration options. What we have here, team, employment configuration options means, okay, future dated records validation. What do you mean by future dated records validation? I have a couple of options, team. Error, none, warning. See, team, I'll tell you with an example here. Let me go to the sheet. Sheet 48 is our sheet, right? See, for example, team, today I'm hiring an employee in the system, team. On 20th March, today I'm hiring an employee in the system, team. 20th March 2025. I'm hiring an employee by name Mr. Rajiv Shukla in Tata Automobiles Private Limited legal entity, team. Let's assume today I'm hiring Mr. Rajiv Shukla in Tata Automobiles Private Limited, team. See, I have a requirement that first 10 days he will be in North BU, team. He will be working in North BU, team. First 10 days, okay. Then with effective of April 1st, team, he will be getting transferred. So with effective of 1st April 2025, I am doing a transfer to Rajesh team from Tata North BU to Tata South BU. He is getting transferred team. So what I did team as a HR admin, I know these details already team. Today after hiring him, I know him. Only first 10 days he will work in North BU. From April 1st, he will be moving to South BU team. So what I am doing team as a HR in the system today, after hiring his record team or today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I am doing future dated transaction to my employee team. With effective of 1st April, I went to his assignment and I did the future dated transaction to him team, right? So now in the system for Rajiv Shukla, future dated transaction of transfer performed team. Now before that, probably on 25th, 26th and 26th, Rajiv Shukla informed to the HR that he don't want to continue his employment. He got some better offer outside or something. He want to leave the company. So team on 27th, Rajiv informed to HR. So on 27th March team, HR trying to submit the termination in the system for Rajiv team. So will system allow this transaction? Understand, very simple. We hired the employee and we also performed some future dated updation to the employee assignment with 1st April. When there is a future dated updation, before to that date, again on 27th March, HR trying to submit termination. Will system allow or not? See, example, I'm taking this team, transfer, but it could be anything. It could be anything at the employee assignment level for any employee. If there is a future dated updation happened, transaction initiated, before that date, again, if you are performing anything, whether to be allowed or not, that is what team future dated records validation. If I keep error when HR submitting termination to Rajiv on 27th team, system will throw up an error message saying that there is a future dated updation happened to the employee. First clear that and you perform this. Error means I cannot proceed further team. I have to clear this record and then I have to perform this transaction team. If I keep warning, when HR submitting the resignation on 27th to Rajiv, a warning message will come saying that future dated updation is there, kindly clear that record. But if HR ignores that and proceed further, he can able to submit the termination team. The difference between warning and error is that one. Error means you cannot proceed further. You have to listen to the system. You have to clear the record and you have to perform the resignation team. If it is warning, once warning message will come, you can ignore that and you can proceed further if required. If you keep none, no warning, no error, nothing team. Huh? No warning, no error, nothing team. Okay. So here you have to configure it according to your client requirement. What is the future dated records validation that you want to set up in the system team? Okay. So how you want, you can decide according to your client requirement. Okay. Then team. Validation for, see, example, again, I'm telling you, not about only hiring, termination, transfer team. To make you understand, I have taken this example and I'm explaining. It could be anything, any sort of updation you did to the employee with future date. Again, you are trying to do some updation before to that team. Whether to be allowed or not is that feature team. Then validation for existing subordinates termination. So many questions, Manan. Okay. Validation for existing subordinates termination. What is this validation for existing subordinates termination team? See, whenever HR submitting any termination in the system, okay? Whenever HR, for example, team, I have a person by name, Mr. Rajiv is there. You take example, that person only team. Let's assume Rajiv is the employee who is working in a managerial cadre team. Okay. Under Rajiv, let's assume these are the subordinates working. I have Suresh, I have Pawan, okay. I have Kumar, then I have Raju, okay. Then I have Naresh. Let's assume team Rajiv is an employee in the system who is in a managerial cadre. Under him, these 5 people are working. These are the subordinates of Rajiv team. So today, Naresh, one of the subordinate of Rajiv team, want to submit his resignation in the system. Okay. So HR, what he's doing team? HR, let's say on behalf of employee, HR doing the termination team because the employee might working in some remote location. You want help from the HR. Okay. Now team, today on 20th March, HR went to Naresh record and trying to submit the resignation or the nothing but the termination team. What system will do, you know, whenever HR submitting the resignation to any employee, system immediately will go and check whether to this person active manager is there or not. Let's assume unfortunately on 15th March, Rajiv left the company team. Rajiv resigned his job and he left the company. Usually, team, whenever a manager resigns, all his subordinates will be remapped to another manager. But but human errors are quite common, team. In this scenario, Rajiv left the company on 15th itself. But even still, these 5 people are mapped under Rajiv only. HR not remapped to the new manager team. Technically wrong, but human errors quite commonly happens, team. So now the scenario is what, team? Today, HR submitting Naresh resignation in the system. System went and checked. System noticed it that there is no active manager to Naresh because, team, we have a concept called workflows and approvals. Whenever any employee submitting his resignations and all, several approvals will trigger to the manager team for clearance and all. So system went and checked. There is no active manager. So will system allow the termination to submit? That is what, team. Validation for existing subordinates termination. If I keep error, team, same situation. Today HR submitting Naresh resignation, system went and checked. There is no active manager. System will throw up an error message to HR team. There is no active manager to the employee. Kindly assign that and submit the termination. Error, you cannot proceed further. Warning, once a message will pop up. If you ignore and submit, termination will take up. But again, it will ends up with a failure team because approvals will trigger to the inactive manager. All approvals will fail. Lot of manual work HR have to do during that time, team. So to eradicate that, clients will go with error option, team. Even this one also, most of the time clients will go with error, team. So if I keep none, no warning message, no error, nothing. Though inactive manager is there, system will allow the HR to submit the resignation, team. So how you want system to behave when these transactions happening to the employees, we have to configure that here, team. Then, team, approver region collapsed. What do you mean by this approver region collapsed, team? See, if you see our enterprise screen only, team, different sections are there. Enterprise is one section. Workday information is one section. Enterprise in one section. User and role is one section. Here, if I collapse this section, team, they are hiding out under this. If I expand this section, team, they are coming up to me. Correct? I can expand, I can collapse any sections here. I have a triangle here, see? Sleeping triangle, see? I can expand and I can collapse the regions, team. Do you want that flexibility to happen in the system? Approver region collapsed, yes or no? See, team, approver means we have a module called workflows and approvals team in the system. We have to talk about that after our functional training. So usually team managers or HRs will be getting their day-to-day approvals in their bell icons here. So anything that a manager have to approve. Today employee applied the leave, it approval trigger to manager. The manager have to approve team or reject. So for all the transactions team, they will come to this bell icon. So on this bell icon, they can able to get into that notification and they can check out team. What is the transaction triggered to them? on that notification viewing screen, different sections will come like this, right? So should be the user given with this flexibility to expand and collapse to do like this team. So this is a basic cosmetic level feature Oracle given team. I don't know why Oracle given that at the enterprise level, but that feature is related to that. If you give it as yes, this flexibility the user will get on the approving region, the sections they can expand and collapse. If I give no, by default, they will open the come team. You cannot close that sections like this. It's a cosmetic feature team. You can take it on a lighter note. Okay. Then default enterprise seniority date. Yes or no? See, we have an important concept in the core HR module team called seniority dates in the system. Like when we performing the transactions in the core HR team, we are going to see a concept called seniority dates team to maintain employee length of service in the system team. Means total how many years employee experience in the organization to maintain. We have seniority dates concept. So what is that? I'll tell you when we come to the transactions area team. So this particular feature also we can keep it hold as of now in the core HR module. When we come to transactions, I will let you know team by enabling here the default for enterprise seniority date, what is happening in the system in the front end team. Then we have team recruiting integration. This is just for information purpose team. See, now we have Oracle Recruiting Cloud came in the system. But usually team prior to Oracle Recruiting Cloud for all the recruitment activities team, now we have ORC module, right? For all the recruitment activities to handle. But prior to ORC team, many clients used to use Oracle's Taleo, that is recruiting tool of Oracle, but which is of on-premise application team, not Fusion. It's on-premise application of Oracle team. So for the recruitment activities, many clients used to use that Taleo team and they used to integrate with the Fusion Core HR module. So if at all your client is in that situation team, how that integration you have done? Several ways we have team. We have OIC, Oracle Integration Cloud. That is one of the Oracle's own PaaS component for integrating two systems team. So this is just for information. You can leave it team because there is nothing to deal here with this. Means whatever you give, the integrations that in the backend we configure is nowhere impacted with this team. So what are the ways that we have in the system? Or here we have the options team integrated with Oracle Integration Cloud or fixed mapping or through web services, through different ways we can integrate team. But nowadays, what happens is all clients using ORC within the Fusion system only. Taleo, no client is using team. Slowly, they are moving to ORC module within the Fusion system. So in your going experiences team, this will not be any useful point to you. You can ignore that team. Then automatically convert pending workers. This is an important feature we have. 5-star market question in the interviews also team. I told you yesterday in Fusion application, we have multiple work relationships team, employee, contingent, pending, and non-worker. So pending worker is what I told you team. Huh? Before the onboarding of the employee, you can have that employee record created in the system as a pending worker. But what I told you team, though you hire the employee as a pending worker, you will give the proposal start date. For example, team, today interviews happened, people got selected team. The joining date of the employees will be next week, Wednesday, that is 26th March. But before that only, due to some pre-onboarding formalities to complete, I want to have that employee records created in the system team. So today, I'm hiring them as a pending workers team. While I am hiring pending worker, I will give the proposal start date, their actual start date team, that is 26th March, and I will hire them. On 26th March, they will be converted from pending workers to employee. That is how the system designed a team. If any pending worker you hired in the system, you will be giving the proposed start date team. On that date, they will get converted to employee. But how they will convert team? One or two means HR will manually do that. That is also available in the transactions. Practically, I will show you that. But in Fusion system, we have some bulk programs or the concurrent programs available team. See, if I keep my cursor here, convert pending workers automatically using a scheduled process. So team, if you come to this tools work area in the system, come to tools, okay. Then team, if you come to scheduled processes, all module related processes we can find here team. And if you come here, schedule new process. Here we have one process by name run convert pending workers automatically process. This is the one team. So if I run this process team in a bulk, 500 employees, 1000 employees, 2000 employees I might have hired as pending workers who have to be converted to employee team. When I run this process team, all employees will get convert automatically team. But at the enterprise level, automatically convert pending workers if I keep no. Though I run this process, none of the employee will convert automatically team. Hey Kumar, what is this conversion and all that you will get in the transactions time? How to hire a pending worker, how to convert him. These all will be part of transactions team. But what is this functionality? If I have to explain team, this is what we have a process in the system to run to convert all the pending workers in a bulk to employees team. But at the enterprise level, if you keep it as no, that process you are nullifying. It won't work team. So make sure to keep it yes if you want that process to use in the system team. So these things we can cover in employment configuration options. Next team, what we have team, HCM flow and document type mapping team. What are these HCM flows and document type mapping team? See, these two are related to document types. One of the most important concept in the core HR module. We have something called team document of records, DOR. Probably some of you in the session already might aware of this because some of you are working already. You might know about this DOR. So team, these two sections are related to that team. Means in the system for any employee, any documented form of information if company want to capture. For example, team, my client having a requirement that Kumar, for every employee, we want to capture in the system their passport copy or their COVID-19 vaccination letter certificate, or Kumar, their licenses or certifications if anything they have, or their date of birth certificate, or Kumar, their previous employment relieving letter, experience letter, form 16, pay slips we want to capture in the system. We have to upload in the system and we want to maintain for the employees. Anything in the form of document, PDF, Word, Excel, TXT, anything team, any documented form of information about the employee if you want to maintain, we have in the system team document of records. Even this part also team, like seniority date, when we performing the transactions in the core HR module, I will cover them team. Document of record. We cannot skip these concepts. These are mandatory in the system team. So when I say we are going to talk in future classes, granted, definitely we have to touch base team. So basically here team, if I go to my client group, for hiring the employee, we will go here. For any existing person, HR want to search to perform any transactions team. We have person management work area. So HRs will come to my client group, person management, and HRs can search the employees team, any employee that they have hired already. As it is a training environment, we have some data available. I'm using this team. So usually team HR will come to this employment screen of the person, and in the right side taskbar team, they have here document records. So here any documents related to the employee that HR want to maintain team, we will be capturing here. We have document types selection team. See date of birth certificate, okay, birth certificate, COVID-19 vaccination certificate, death certificate of them, many things, any documented form, driving license, then marriage certificate team, everything with related to the employee, employment certificates, employment letter, these all things, form 16, we can able to capture team. So Kumar, what is this at the enterprise level? HCM flow and the document type. These are all the document types team. Different document types we have in the system. These are customizable also. We have to see this when we come to this core topic team. But at the enterprise level, what we have team? If I click on plus icon, these all are my HCM flows, nothing but different transactions team. As a HR, add assignment to the employee is one transaction. Add contingent, non-worker, pending worker, change assignment, change location, change manager. These all are our transactions team in the system. Once we hand over as a HR, these are all the different transactions HR have. So based upon the flow wise, based upon the transaction wise, you can secure the document types visibility. See, add assignment flow a given team. Then permitted document type means in the system, here team, all these transactions are available team. My client group, quick actions, show more. These all are our core HR transactions team. See, add assignment, change location, change manager, change assignment, HR transactions team. So when HR go to add assignment to the employee team, on that screen, we have the flexibility to capture the documents of the employee also. So when HR performing this transaction, what document types to be visible, you can select that permitted document type. It's a security feature that Oracle given team. Each transaction wise, what document types to be visible to the employee. Okay. So I'm searching here, birth certificate, then COVID-19 certificate. So you can add all your transactions team. For each transactions, what are the permitted types you can give? So in the front end, whenever HR performing the transaction to any employee, when HR go to document type section team, in the document type drop down, only these two document types will visible. Means based upon the flow wise, based upon the transaction wise, what are the restricted document types to that transaction we are mapping. Like this team, for every transaction, HR, we can add the row, select that. This is for add assignment. I am giving two document types team. Then team, if HR perform the change assignment transaction, what are the permitted document types? So in the front end, when HR performing these transactions team, in the drop down of document type, only these will be visible to give for the employees team. This is a security feature team for the document types based upon the transactions team. But Kumar, really to this extent, clients will control Kumar? Usually no. Not based on transaction wise team, based upon the HR clients will expect a team. Means I have logged in. I'm the HR person, I'm performing. Based upon my user credentials team, what access of document type should be coming to me based upon the roles I have, clients will expect that requirement. Means the HR who performing the transaction, based on that user, the restrictions will be maintained team to what document types that user should have access. But flow wise, usually no client will use team. This is the latest feature came only couple of years back team. 2 years back only we got this in the system. Earlier this is not available. So clients even now not using the document type securities based upon the transactions team. Most of the times based upon the HR access, the HR who performing the transaction to the employee, what document types to be visible to him. So their team, whatever the roles we assign to the user, we will restrict the access based upon that team. Okay. So this is one of the concept that I have to explain to you. I'm telling you, but usually not using in any of the real-time projects team. Then this is also related to document of record only team. This I will tell you when we come to that concept team. You won't understand now what is this document of record letters and all. Okay. Then team, position hierarchy configuration. What is this team? See, within the concept of positions team, we have position hierarchy team. Nothing but, let's say my client given me some 100 or 150 position titles. Kumar, we are using, these are the positions in the system, Kumar. Like we have CEO, CFO, directors, country heads, state heads, sales manager, regional heads, territory heads. Okay. Then we have associate, consultants, engineer. All the designations team, the positions in the client organization, what they are using to their employees team. Client given you some 100 or 150 titles or the designations they are using for their employees team. When you configure the positions in the Fusion system, we will also define hierarchy within them. Hierarchy means team, what is coming after what, who is reporting to whom. At the top in my client company, I have the position by name chairman. Under that, directors. Under that, country heads. Under that, state heads. Under that, divisional managers, regional managers. From top chairman, CEO, to till the gatekeeper or the watchman, the entry level position team. Who is reporting to whom? Which position is coming after which position? The entire hierarchy we will define team. So when we configuring the positions team, there are two ways to achieve the hierarchy within the positions team. Oracle given position trees one concept team. So after defining all positions, we can define the position tree and we can arrange them hierarchical order, which is reporting to which team, the entire hierarchical chain. If not team, there is one more concept in the Fusion system called use HCM position hierarchy team. See how to build that, we will be talking when we configuring the positions team. But at the enterprise level, the functionalities we are enabling team, if you enable them in either of the ways, both ways in the system, it will be allowed team. Positions, when we configure hierarchy, I can build through trees or even through this HCM position hierarchy concept, I will achieve team. If I disable any of them team, so only through trees I can define the hierarchy. This functionality will disable in the system team. So what are the ways that we can define the position hierarchy? You have to enable at the enterprise level team. So whenever we configuring the positions, these functionalities will come to us. So how to configure? We have that separate concept to discuss team. When we talking about positions team, position trees, how to define, or HCM position hierarchy, how to define, that we will see team, right? Then we have the concept of workforce structures minimum search characters. What do you mean by this team? Workforce structures means what team in the Fusion system? These are the workforce structures, jobs, locations, grades, department, positions. Within grades team, we have grades, grade rate, grade ladders concept team. And within jobs also, we have job family concept. Basically, these are our workforce structures team. So here, minimum search characters. What do you mean by minimum search characters team? See now, I'm going to any of my configuration screen team. You take either job, you take location, position, grade, organization means department team. You go to any task team in the system. Let's say I'm going to set up and maintenance team. Okay. I'm going to set up and maintenance team. And then I'm searching with the team manage jobs. To configure the jobs team, we have the task called manage jobs. Let's assume I'm going to manage job screen team here. Okay. So team, when I come to here manage job, any existing jobs in the system that what we already created, for creating new, we have this option team. For bulk uploading, spreadsheet is there. But if I want to search any existing jobs that which I already created team, I'm passing something like MA. I want to search the job by name manager in the system team. When I pass here in the search bar, the name as MA, and if I give a search team, some error coming up. What is this team? You must enter at least 3 characters in the name field. Who told that team? 3 characters. I have passed only 2 characters, MA. But why? That is what? Minimum search characters. Job. 3 characters we given. Now I went to job and I'm searching. So like this team, for job family, for location, for positions, for departments, for grades, whenever you go to them, whenever you searching for the existing data, now I will pass 3 characters or more than that team and I'm giving a search. See, now I could able to result all the jobs with the name containing MAN. But when I pass only 2 characters, system is not reading that character stream. System throwing an error. That feature will be controlling search characters at the enterprise level we have. So if you pass here, minimum search characters are 4. So here I have to pass at least 4 characters and I have to search team. So every screen, location, position, grade, department, what are the minimum search characters that we have to maintain, you can give. So that is about minimum search characters concept team. Then team, workforce structures configuration. What we have here team, workforce structures configuration, position code generation method, then job code generation method. See team, these are related to our workforce structures team. We all know, right? Just I told you, we have a concept called positions team. Within positions team or within jobs team, when we go to the system, for example, if I have to configure manage positions is the task. If I'm trying to create a position team, I have a code concept because in Fusion system for many of the objects team, code concept is there, we all know. So see team, whenever I'm configuring the positions in the system, code generated automatically. Who told that? At the enterprise level, position code generation method automatic given. That is why the behavior is this one. So this feature also will control from the enterprise level. How we have the method stream in person number generation method, manual, automatic upon final save prior to submission. Same methodology here also team. Position code generation method, 3 options. Prior to submission, final save, manual. Let me keep manual team. In manual, if you keep, nothing is required. See, position code method, I'm keeping manual team. Let me submit it. Let me submit it. Some error will come, I believe now. I know that because demo instances team, multiple people updates the enterprises and the data hirings happen in the system. That is why. That's okay team. Click on submit. Now see team, at the enterprise level, I have given position code generation method. Now I submitted team, then only the changes will reflect. Okay. Here see team, what I given, position code generation method manual. Now see, same task. Let me cancel it. Come again to the screen. The same task when I'm creating a position team here. Code came with open box. Manual. As a implementation consultant, while we configuring, we will give this manually team code. See, this feature will control from the position team. If not that team, let me come here, edit, correct. Okay. And then I'm keeping automatic. Within that prior to submission, final save, I'm going with prior to submission. Then initial code. So I'm giving some code team 90001 something. Then submit team. Then submit team. Okay. Now see here. Now come to position, the same configuration team. Go back. Then perform team, create position. Now see team, it changed it to generated automatically. Okay. I will give some position name here, sales manager, and some existing business unit in this instance I am using so far. Okay. Now see team, when I go to the next tab, the moment from first tab, I go to the next tab. See, position details tab, code triggered by the system. What is that? 90001. Whatever the whatever the sequence that we have given for the position to follow. See here, initial position code. That is what? Prior to submission. Means the moment you come to second tab only, it will generate. Upon final save, if I select a team, upon final save, I have to complete all the tabs, save, submit, then the code will trigger by the system. Both system only, but matter of 3 tabs before and after team. So see, the sequence will kickstart from there onwards team. This is position code generation method. Team, similarly for jobs also team, same functionality, yeah? See, manual, automatic, initial code. So while we configuring the jobs team, there also we have the code method to select. See, jobs is there. If I go to jobs, so see here team, when I'm creating, code concept comes up team. So whatever we choose here team, someone changed it parallelly, that is why. So manual, automatic, whatever the option we choose, that will work accordingly. This is position code. This is job code sequencing setup team. Then team, future dated records validation. What is, Are Kumar, today only you explain us, no? Future dated records validation. Why you are explaining this again? See team, whatever that I explained you here, this is related to employment of the employee team. Means at the employee assignment level, employment info page level, the future dated updations team to the employee assignment team. But here team, within the workforce structures, job, location, grades, departments, and positions you take team. For example, team, I'm going to any of the job or position, something in the system. So let me go to some position team. Any existing positions I'm searching here. Okay. Someone defined sales representative, I'm using team. So what I'm doing team, for this position, I'm doing a future dated updation team. Edit, update. Correct means from day one, the correction will happen team. If you want to choose with a specific date, choose update team. So here team, today is 20th March with effective of 31st March, some future dated updation I'm doing team to my position. Okay. See new start date triggered. Some details I'm changing team. Some department I'm changing to the position. Okay. From US higher education to some other. Okay. Some other department, I change it team. Some details I'm updating team in the position. Review and submit. Submit. Now see team, to my position in the system, there is a future dated updation I have performed. Today is 20th March, but I did with effective of 31st March, some future dated updation team. So if I search with that team, 31st March, okay, then if I go to the position team, I can see that updation. Now team, when there is a future dated updation to the position team, again, before that date, with effective of 25th or 26th, I'm trying to do the updation again, team. See now, before 31st, some 25th or 26th, I'm giving, and I'm clicking on OK. What system showing to me? There are future changes existing after this date. So that is what here, team. Error, none, and warning is that one team. Within the work structures, you take positions, jobs, location, grades, departments. These 5 work structures, anything you take, any future dated updation you have done, and again you are trying to do the update before that date again. If you keep error team, an error message will pop up saying that first clear that record and then do this transaction. If not, warning team. Once the warning message will come, if I ignore that and if I proceed further, system will allow to submit that transaction. None, no warning, no error. Same concept team, but here this is for employment validation of the employees team. This is for the work structures validation team. That is what we have here. Then team, default location, default evaluation, default effective start date. If one I explain, you will understand rest of the two. Default effective start date. I'm telling you, right, team, in Fusion system, okay, except for enterprise, remaining all configurations, whenever you're doing, effective start date will come with 1/1/1951. For example, you take team and these positions only you take. If I'm trying to create a new position, effective start. 1 second, it's a bug team. Sorry. I think someone updated or what? Just a second, team. Let me check it out. Okay. Now see team, let me come to anything, position, job, grade, department, any configuration. You go team. Let me come here. Okay. By default, the start date coming with 1/1/1951. Why this hard coding happened here? Default. Let's say now what I will do, see what I will do team. Click on correct. Let's say I will do defaulting team some 1955 or 52 something I'm giving. See now I change it team. Now let me submit in the enterprise level. Now you go and perform the transaction team. Kumar does all these are really required to us to learn, really required all these things. That is why I'm spending more time to explain all these things. Okay. So here team, now if I come to the job in the front end, let's assume team. Not only job, example, I'm showing this screen. You go to location, grade, position, department, anything. Now if I come to create, what is the default date came? 1955. So this hard coding you will decide from the enterprise level. Even team, while you configuring the jobs and positions team, we have something called evaluation criteria team, third tab. So if I come to the third tab team, evaluation system, one field is there. Hey system custom. Even these things, what are these? Don't ask me now. When we come to the topic, we will discuss. Now my intention is to make you clear what are these functionalities at enterprise. What are they? We will talk when we come to them. Now see team, at the enterprise level, if I come evaluation system, that hey or custom, if I hard code team here, when I'm configuring the jobs, when I come to this page, directly this field will come with this value. If you want to hard code like that team, default, then you can default the values team. Then team, locations, we already completed team, manage locations. When you go to this manage locations team, country field, if you want to hard code with anything by default team, you can hard code with your country here. So let's say I'm giving country India. So whenever I go to manage locations team and I'm creating where the country field you see by default that comes with the country India team. So defaulting of these attributes on the respective screens will be controlled from the enterprise level team. So these are the things that we can talk under work structures. So technically team, till here the enterprise configuration is completed. Edit HCM business objects means what team? Editing enabled, yes or no? See, in our system, we have a section called data exchange work area team, my client group, and we have data exchange work area where our spreadsheet data loader, HCM data loader, we will work on team. So when we come here team, HCM data loader section is this one, spreadsheet is this one. Here team, we have view objects team. If I come here, with HCM data loader, what all business objects are supported to bulk upload, we can check out team. So when we come, all the objects we can check out team. So this edit option team, when I click on this team, any edit option to this business objects to be given or not, this will be controlled from here team. HCM business objects editing enabled. If I keep yes team, I can edit and I can check that business object details here team. So on this feature, this edit option enabled or not will be controlled from this team. What are these? How to use HDL, how to bulk upload the data. These are all things in our technical classes we will be talking about team. But here that feature is related to that, whether editing a node or not. Then team, transaction console information, we have one option. What is this team? Transaction console information means, see team, whenever we using the Oracle system team, basically core HR module you take, absence module you take, payroll module, any module you take team. any configurations or transactions we performing, we can trigger them for an approval team. In our course syllabus on demo class 1, when I'm explaining you, I have told you we have a module called workflows and approvals team. Means let's suppose today HR hiring an employee. You want to send it for an approval to concerned manager. Or today employee applying the leave in the system. You want that to trigger for an approval to the concerned manager team. So we have that concept of approvals team. So usually in the system, as a HR admin, if they want to check out any approvals happening team, they will come to tools work area and we have here transaction console team. So these all part of our approvals module team. We will touch base during that time. Here HR admins will come and they can track what all transactions. See, just now I edited the position team, sales representative, transaction triggered. So all transactions we can check here team. But as a HR admin, when I come to this transaction summary page, what all transactions data to be visible to me? So team, whatever the rules that I have, based upon that, we can maintain the security restrictions team. For that matter team, enable transaction security if you checkbox team. When we talking about our custom role creations and when we enabling the security features team, transaction based security also you can able to achieve that. So when we are talking about our custom role creations and all, when we building our security profiles and all, we will be talking about how to build that transaction security also. But if we enable here only, that flexibility at the role level will come to us team. Then HCM connections and configurations and this budgeting concepts team, we will talk here. We have a separate topics team. See, department tree. We have a separate concept here team. When we come to that, we will see that. And even positions budgeting also team. Within positions, when we configuring, we have a concept in the system that we have to discuss in the positions time only. You won't understand this now. While we configuring positions, I will tell you. So team, these are the functionalities that we have to discuss with respective to the enterprise in the system team. See how many functionalities we have enabled and disabled team. That is why I am telling you enterprise configuration is the biggest configuration in the entire core HR module and also very important configuration. What we enabling in the front end, the behavior of that functionality is decided team. So each and every field I explained you should be in your notebook. So make a habit of writing the notes, not class notes team. After the session, the recording you have to listen and you have to make a note of it. The PDF which we have shared, that is class notes. If you are comfortable with that, okay. But better, you have to make a habit of writing everything team. Because when you go for the interviews team, you will not have the chance to rewind the videos. By that time, you will get 90, 100 hours of sessions altogether. It will be very difficult if you have to watch every video again and again team. Better if you make a habit of writing the notes, everything, enterprise, every feature you write down, what is that feature, what I explained about that. Then just if you go through that book, it will be easy for you to refer team. So very important team, don't take it on a lighter note. Enterprise level itself, we can expect easily 4 to 5 questions in the interview team. Freshers or experienced, whatever it might be. In tomorrow's session team, I will explain you what is the difference between this update, delete, correct history button. Because from last 3 days, I'm coming here and I'm going to correct. What is update, what is delete, what is history? That I will explain you and I will proceed with our further configurations we have in the system team. Divisions, legal address, legal entity. So from here to here, tomorrow we can complete team. Okay. So let me go to the questions for today team. Couple of questions in the chat board also I can see. From Deepika Chowdhury, in the single assignment, Kumar, what is contract mode, contract mandated, the contract ignored, does it become same as a thing? See, that's what Deepika, as I told you. If any client having a kind of requirement, they have to capture employee contract details. They are going to hire the employees based upon 1 year contract, 2 year contracts. In Middle East companies, they will be recruiting the employees coming from other countries based upon these contracts details only. So if you want that, you can go with that combination. If your client not having any such requirement, then you can go with single assignment concept. Contract, you can ignore that, not required to you. Then if your pending worker does not appear on proposed joining date, we can cancel that pending worker record, Deepika. Permanently, we have the option to delete that. In transactions time, we will be seeing that also. That is quite common in any company. And after completing the setup in HCM information, which information or modules can be modified? See, here usually this employment model concept or the person number generation only, we suggest maximum not to touch. But reminding all these things, at any point of time, you can able to correct or update according to the client latest requiremental changes if they have. Only employment model and the person number generation, we will suggest better not to touch because that will impact the existing employees data in the system. Rest of the things you can. Then Kumar, is DOR employee self-service or only? No, DOR concept will be there from HR self-service, even from employee self-service also. Employee can self-upload his documents or even on behalf of employee, HR can also upload into the system. For both the places we have that, Mehara. And Sanjay, where the role-wise configuration for documents configure. It to be covered that, Sanjay. When we come to custom role creations, when we talking about the security module from that perspective, you will understand that. And guided flows, future dated records validation, what happens to future dated if they ignore the warning message? Two records will have in the system. Nothing will happen. It won't get deleted. It will stay untouched. One more record will update before to that date. That's all, Amar. Then under employment configuration option, if we keep future dated records validation as a none and having a future dated, obviously, see, if you keep error or warning, you are getting a message to the HR saying that there is a future dated updation. If you keep none, HR don't know about that because every time the same HR might not do the transactions to the employee, right? So HR never known about that future dated updation there. He will directly submit that without knowing that. So before that, one more row will insert in his updation of assignment. Then any ideal organization who does manpower planning to the beginning of the year, let's assume in April to May, there are multiple positions, maybe in thousands, which are provided and need to be. Obviously, in a bunch, if you have to create the positions, Manan, HDL or spreadsheet is the source we have to do. Then when hiring an employee, there are two options, surname and last name. What is the difference between these two values? In majority senior, last name is same as surname of. See, in this instance, someone renamed that with surname. So country to country, Oracle will give the structure here. You can rename it accordingly. Oracle system given with this name. If you go to hiring an employee, okay, here you are asking about. When you select any particular legal entity here that you are hiring, the structure will come, surname. Someone customized this layout, but when Oracle given, usually it will be title, first name, middle name, last name. Someone created the additional field in this demo instance. That is why you are seeing that. We have here a task called person name styles, where we can customize. So someone from your previous batch while they're practicing, they did that. Usually this won't be Oracle delivered field. Only these things are Oracle delivered. Okay.
Kumar, I
And
have a
okay,
question for
different
this
correct
page.
update and delete. That tomorrow we are going to see, Manan, that answer. Yes, please. Someone asking some question. Dheeraj, please.
Yeah. So on this page, I mean, when I was trying in the test instance,
Hmm?
so I mean, can we do something like this that there are two legal entities and I want the employee number to be started with 100, and for other legal entity, I want it to, start with 2000. I
Person
mean,
number you are asking.
that's the number, yes.
No, we cannot go with that because person number in the Fusion system will be maintained globally at the enterprise level only.
Okay, and the other question is when we like click on next and like for example, if I have cancelled the hired employee, so
Hmm.
the person ID number is created for that cancelled person. So can we, I mean, delete that record so that we can go in the sequence?
See, when you go with automatic prior to submission, you have that issue. Once a trigger happened, you cancel the transaction, the sequence will jump. We cannot use that.
Okay, so the HR person should be, very careful
Careful. Yes, it should not something they are playing with the system just like that. If not that, automatic upon final save, they have to go. Because till the time we submit, the person number will not generate in that case. That would be helpful to them.
And there are like few things where I have seen on the personal information that there are some mandatory fields, but I'm still able to, click on the next button. I mean,
No, only in the second tab we have that issue that actually it's a bug in the system. Only in the person information tab, though the fields are mandatory, system will allow to proceed further, but not with other tabs. This is a known bug from last 5-6 years we are having in person information tab.
okay. And I've
Okay.
sent one screenshot where I'm not able to, work on this. I mean, hire employee in the test environment. I mean, what's the
In
issue?
EKMK test, one or two legal entities, we have an issue because some payroll related setups, some people corrupted. That is the reason that error is coming up. So use that demo instance as a standby meanwhile, okay? Our team is rectifying that from the backend.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because some people did some payroll related setups, they deleted and they disturbed the entire backend configurations, that creating an impact to hire in the system in the front end. Then Kumar, yesterday for employee number, we have future duplicate check, but I'm unable to see for a job or position. No, Anik, we don't have for everything. Only for employees data only we have the duplication check feature, not for jobs or positions. And Pradhan, if the employee rejoins and we have selected no for terminated employees during the implementation while migrating, how could we check if he was an old employee or not? See, employee rejoins is a different story. The feature what I told you here is a different story. Here what I am telling, in the time of implementation from the existing legacy system of the client, when we migrating the data, if any employee coming with inactive, whether system to create user accounts or not, that feature is about. But we will migrate all the inactive employees data also in the system. So in future, if he is rejoining, his existing record will be there. System will get the duplication. But the feature is what? Whether user accounts to be created to them or not. Because for inactive employees, why we will create user accounts? They left the company, past only, right? That is that feature. And in demo instance, UI always classic by default. It's not demo instance, Mehra. In this, as of now, basically Redwood coming up only in the quick actions area. Whatever the transaction we perform from the my client group, majority of the screens are still in the classic. But the same hire an employee, if you perform from the quick actions, these screens were moved to Redwood. Actually, this example I have explained you last two videos that we have uploaded in the YouTube channel. I think you people also got that access in the community, right? So we have done 2 sessions on Redwood UI, how the Redwood concept working in the Fusion system, how to enable. Anyone want, please refer that videos. We are also going to see in our transactions part in our training time. But if you want to refer in the community, last 2 days, I think team shared you the videos to you. In our YouTube channel, it's an open source for everyone. What is Redwood UI? How to enable the Redwood UI in the system? 2 videos were uploaded in the YouTube channel. You can please find it so that you will get more information about that. Okay. So I'll conclude here for today, team. We'll join back tomorrow and we'll continue with our further topics in the system team. Thank you, everyone.